Hello, guys. My name is Samuel Ntombwen. I'm a student of the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology of Grand Canyon University, and the title of this course is CYB 5350500 Policy Management for Security Solutions. The instructor is Dr. Emmanuel George, and today is the 19th of June 2024. The purpose of this document is to describe the reason why an organization's core strategy should include cybersecurity as a strategic factor. It's also to clarify why it's important for the C-suite and board to understand and follow policies. Uh, this document also covers a 3 to 5 years cybersecurity plan. It also brings out the differences between policies, standards, guidelines, and procedures. So let's go on to the first slide after the preferences. So let's talk about the integration of basic elements of professional discourse. First of all, let's talk about the audience analysis. You should know your audience. When documenting a strategic planning and policies, it is important to know the audience that will be reading or using any technical uh, communication artifact before developing it. You should take their degree of knowledge, area of experience, needs, areas of interest, and any obstacles they could have to understand the document into consideration. You have to customize your content. After knowing your audience, create the content so that it is specifically tailored to the requirements and taste. Utilize language vocabulary that the audience is comfortable with, and avoid using needless jargon or more technical terms that could confuse the audience. Examine various learning styles. You have to explore your limit. It is important to know that individuals have varying learning styles. Some people might like learning by hands-on demonstration, or they prefer textual explanations or visual aids. So what is the writing process? In the writing process, you have the pre-writing section. So the first step should be listing the primary ideas and goals of the technical communication artifact. Arrange the messages logically after determining which the most important messages to deliver are. So logically here means put the most important messages first, and then the less important one come after. Drafting. If there is a suggested format, always use that to compose the material. Verify language accuracy, coherence, and clarity. To bolster the main ideas, include concise justifications, appropriate instances, and illustrations. Editing and revision. Take a moment to look at the draft, focusing on both style and content. Make necessary revisions and edit for readability, correctness, and clarity. Pay attention for formatting, grammar, and punctuation to improve the artifact quality. Design elements. Visual aids. Infographics, graphs, and charts can be used to simplify complex concepts. When working on a polished book, it is best to stick to a consistent visual style and layout. Consistent formatting. Keep the formatting the same throughout the document. Use the same font sizes, and font styles for headings, body text, and other elements to achieve a unified, polished appearance. Accessibility consideration. When making a document, consider that everyone, including people with impairment, should be able to access this document. Uh, Take care of color contrast for readability. Use accessible document formats and give alternative text for images. Okay, so now let's look into the 3 to 5 year operational, tactical, and strategic management plan and the evaluation of the security solutions. So between year 1 and 2, we have to first of all understand the threat landscape. So this company we talked about is in the healthcare sector. So let's look at threats specific to healthcare industry. Hospitals and healthcare facilities are increasingly being hit with data breaches and cyber attacks. This industry is highly susceptible to these attacks due to their vast collection of sensitive patient data, limited resources, legacy software, and need to interface with specialized medical technologies. That's by Josephine W. 2024. She's in the reference page. Next, you have to develop a risk assessment. Based on the above information about specific threats to the healthcare industry, SamHealth, which is the organization we're talking about, has identified those hazards, the hazards that we talk about in threat specific to healthcare industry, and assess that there is a potential for exposure or loss. Therefore, SamHealth is implementing control measures such as access control, encryption, cloud storage, phishing campaigns, and endpoint protection. All these measures are being recorded and reviewed. The next step would be to set up a security framework. SamHealth is setting up a security framework including basic network security, access control, plans and procedures, beginning employee training against phishing, firewall and intrusion detection prevention systems. Backups are also put in place. That is between the first and second year. Now, between the third and the fifth year, we step up the level a bit to assess your cybersecurity maturity. Here, I choose and established a framework. SamHealth decided to work with the National Institute for Standard and Technology Cybersecurity Framework, or the NIST CSF, in conjunction with the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, to create a strong security framework which is also compliant. Measure cybersecurity maturity level. So here you have to carry out penetration tests in sandboxes regularly, regular security assessment, review national compliance, and put everything in order. Also carry out phishing campaigns. Develop a heat map. From all the above cybersecurity maturity assessment procedures, we can develop a heat map and see where we are most vulnerable and implement mitigation measures. Document cybersecurity strategies. This is very important between the third and the fifth year, all around the cycle anyway. Develop a comprehensive set of cybersecurity policies, procedures, and standards. Very important. Now let's look at the fifth year. After you've done all the setup through year 1 to 2 and then 3 and 5, still in the fifth year, you carry out periodic review and maintenance. Start over from beginning and make sure all measures are put in place to mitigate threats and attacks. Finalize the tried and true structure by making sure continuous training is in place and everyone is on board with a business continuity plan. Implement micro segmentation for enforced granular access control, and reduce attack surface. On to the next slide. Key organizational roles. Here we should understand that I can't fit all the key. I just took out some that I think are very important. So let's talk about the board of directors. The board of directors, or BOD, is the governing body of SamHealth, whose members are elected shareholders to set strategy, oversee management, and protect the interests of shareholders and stakeholders. Chief Information Security Officer, or the CISO. The CISO plays a central role in the planning and management of the security plan that is implemented at SamHealth. They plan, direct, execute, evaluate, supervise, and optimize actions to secure SamHealth's information and systems. He or she works with the BOD, senior management, and the IT management to make sure this plan is in line with SamHealth's objectives and provide sufficient protection to its information and systems. The CISO plays a big role in the security framework. So the IT management is comprised of the CIO, IT director, and other personnel. So the Chief Information Officer, or the CIO, is responsible for establishing, implementing, and ensuring compliance with the organizational program. He or she works with the CISO and other members of the IT management to implement the organization's IT strategy and manages the budget and oversees the IT staff. Very important role. Next, we talk about the IT director, who makes sure that the organization's IT security plan is in place and working. He manages the security team and works with other teams to keep data and systems safe from attacks. He manages compliance too. The technical security manager is in charge of the security systems such as firewalls, data protection controls, patching, encryption, pen testing, and vulnerability scanning, just to name those. He also manages the team that deploys, configures, and oversees the functioning of the security systems Like I said earlier, there are other roles that I cannot fit into this presentation. But let's talk about the end user, very important part. Why? Because this is one of the most susceptible components of cybersecurity framework. Is the most vulnerable, the end users. So the end user is responsible for protecting the information resources they have been granted access to. They assist in the management of the security plan by following policies that has been written by the CISO and the IT management team, vetoed by the BOD or the board of directors and or senior management to make sure data is protected and at their level. Sorry, that's a typo. So let's look at the components of IT governance and cybersecurity framework. IT governance, first of all, is an element of corporate governance aimed at improving the overall management of IT and delivering improved value from investment in information and technology. So it's aimed at improving the overall management of IT and delivering improved value from investment in information and technology. The IT Governance Institute, which is a division of the Information System Audit and Control Association, is ISACA, breaks down IT governance into 5 domains: value delivery, strategy alignment, performance management, resource management, risk management. These 5 domains control the life cycle, procedures, functions, and goals of the cybersecurity framework. They provide practice audit, incorporate practice into cybersecurity and governance, and align goals and controls with compliance. Adhering to known cybersecurity frameworks such as the NIST cybersecurity framework, ISO 27001, the CIS critical security controls, and compliance framework ensures regularly compliance within the organization. So let's go to the next slide, which talks about identifying, formatting, and solving computing problems. Communication is vital for solving any kind of problem, period. It doesn't matter which problem, communication is very vital to solve any. Furthermore, professional communication is even better at solving computing problems. We will use the following to identify these problems. So the following points will be used to identify the computing problems. Build a culture where we acknowledge that not everyone is tech savvy. In certain places, people make mistakes because they feel like they'll be embarrassing themselves by asking a question that they think is stupid. So we build a culture that everybody is comfortable to say, hey, I'm not computer savvy. What do I have to click here? How do I turn this on? Second is to create an environment where users feel free to talk about their computing problems. It sounds like the first one, but there's a difference. Written copies of communication for users to express their computing problems. Work on feedback and try to improve. It's not enough to just get the feedback, you have to work on them and try to improve. Invest in the computing department to get the best devices for our users. To solve these problems that we've gathered from those points above, we will take the measures such as creating workshops where users can attend and learn how to fix their computing issues. Create a BYOD or bring your own devices policy that will give users the comfort of using the devices. Some users have become used to their personal computers or laptops, that so much so that they find it difficult to use different computers. Next, we create an environment where users are comfortable of not being computer savvy. Purchase the most easy to use computers. Let's talk about InfoSec plan alignment and support of the organization's mission and vision statements. First of all, the mission statement of SamHealth is to promote, protect, and improve the quality of health of individuals and communities that they serve through the effective use of data, evidence-based prevention methods, integrity, leadership, partnerships, and promotion of health equity. The 3 to 5 year InfoSec plan aligns with SamHealth's mission statement in that it is designed to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, commonly called the CIA triad, of their personal identifiable information, the PII. SamHealth believes that customers' information need to be secured not just for compliance, not just for the company compliance, but to protect the customer from any harm. We believe that if customers are rest assured that their information is safe with us, it gives them a level of peace that helps in the process of health restoration. When customers have to worry about the security of their information, the information they share with us, the healing process can be a lengthy one and will not meet our mission statement and goals. Additionally, the 3 to 5 year InfoSec plan covers the protection and security of certain devices that users use at some health, such as the BYOD devices, servers, networks, laptops, and scanners. The plan secures these devices and their peripherals so that our specialists can work knowing that they're going to protect and improve the quality of health for individuals and communities that we serve without having to worry about security. And then we look at the differences and evaluation of cybersecurity frameworks. First of all, let's look at what framework is. Simple Man in 2024 defines framework as, or cybersecurity frameworks as a set of documents describing guidelines, standards, and best practices designed for cybersecurity risk management. There are types of frameworks based on, actually, there are three different types of frameworks based on the needed function: control frameworks, program frameworks, and risk frameworks. The NIST framework is an example of a control framework, and SAMHEalth models its security framework of the NIST CF, relying on these 5 areas: identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. So, what are policies? The Merriam-Webster defines a policy as a definite course of action or procedures selected from among alternatives and in light of given conditions to guide and determine present and future decisions. In cybersecurity, policies are built upon the foundation for a framework such as the NIST CF. These are the formal statements that are produced and supported by senior management. They are driven by business objectives and are designed to be easily accessible and understood by the intended user. They can be designed for a specific issue or system, or they can be designed for the entire company. Last but one slide is about, let's talk about standards. In cybersecurity, a standard is a set of guidelines or best practices established by higher management and used by an organization to improve their cybersecurity posture. They are mandatory courses of action or rules that give formal policies support and direction. You see how they link the framework, policies, and the standard. They are used to indicate expected user behavior. The biggest challenge with standards is to get a company-wide consensus. Next, we talk about guidelines. These are recommendations which are open to interpretation and are not specific. Guidelines do not need to be followed to the letter, and they are more general than specific. They provide flexibility for foreseen circumstances or situations where standards do not cover. They should not be confused with formal policy statements. Procedure. It is an established way of doing things. Procedures are detailed step-by-step instructions to achieve a given goal. They act as a cookbook for employees to consult to accomplish a repeatable process. In some organizations, like the one I work for, they are called standard operating procedures or SOPs. They should be detailed enough but not too difficult, making it useful only for a small group. And the last slide is for the reference. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I hope you grab something for you. Please share your comments. And once more, thank you.